All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our call tonight. I have my husband, Justin, over here, and we have an amazing guest speaker tonight for you, Mr. Greg Todd. But first of all, I just want to get into some fast announcements. If you weren't at Super Saturday, it was amazing. I personally co-hosted my first Super Saturday, and I felt like I had flu symptoms before. I was so nervous, but after getting up there, I felt like, you know what, I had a story to share, and, you guys do too, and it felt, so good to just share my story and share that I have a why too, and just be a leader for you guys. I was representing everybody on this team, but just to get some quick announcements out of the way, if you haven't hit Success Club, it is so important. Get it done. We have I think, what is it? 2 days, two and a couple hours days left. So just close it out, get it done. It's really going to grow your business. Also, the Beachbody performance line, we learned about this at Super Saturday. It's just pre-workout, after workout, recovery. I'm personally going to be able to try this before everybody, being an elite coach. So I'm going to make sure I give you the 411 on that. And then size. That is coming out around Summit. So both of those things you guys do, get at Summit, and that's why you should get to Summit. But it's going to really grow our business. We're going to see another growth spurt around June or July. So make sure that you plug in, you get this stuff. We're going to have a team challenge group for size. And just to keep the team momentum going, make sure you stay on your health and fitness. Also for Summit, it's so important if you are going to get Success Club for the month of May and June. If you get Success Club 10 and then a total of 25 points, you get to qualify for a party, a Success Club party. So that's cool, a little incentive. And then if you are a 2-star diamond, you need to start qualifying to be a 2-star diamond on May 20th to get to the 2-star diamond party at Summit. So another fun party to go to, and just Summit completely grows your business. I know for me, I was a 1-star my first Summit and came back, and within 3 to 4 months, I was a 5-star. It grew my business like you wouldn't even believe. So get there. I know it's hard, and I personally, I think we charged the whole thing, and it was worth every single penny. I can guarantee you that. And we paid it off. We ended up paying it off, thank God, but it's worth it. Our team sneak peek starts on Tuesday. It's a 3-day sneak peek opposed to a 5-day sneak peek. And we're doing this because most people lose momentum after 5 days. The weekend hits, and I just feel like people get distracted. So doing a 3-day on Tuesday, after the weekend, a Monday, people are tired. A Tuesday, people are kind of refreshed a little bit. So we're going to be doing that. So start inviting. I posted an image in the team page for you to put your picture on the other side and share your story. And get up to speed with that. That will help, recruiting and moving your business forward once again. So I just wanted to share really quick why I brought my husband on this call. This is actually the first call that I have brought him on. And, I just wanted to really show support for Greg. Also, being a male coach in this business, that it can work. And show you that, share with you that my husband, Justin, he was not very supportive of this whole business when I started. It was a struggle, with our marriage and, a lot of things in our life. And by him, slowly becoming on board, it has helped our marriage. It has helped the business, and it's really taken off from there. But the best, advice that I can give you is to lead with action. Instead of trying to convince your spouse and whatnot that this can work and try to nag them and talk their ear off, just show them with your workouts and your paychecks and just being proof that everything works. And I feel like this kind of goes along with what Todd is going to be speaking about on how it's so important to have a business and how Beachbody is a great business to have, and how, your spouse should be on board with you, because the spouse, the other half, they also do need a business. And so, coming together in conjunction, that support is really a great thing. And so this is going to be recorded for you to share with your spouse. And I know tons of spouses are on tonight. So I'm super, excited for this. And I just want to go ahead and give Greg Todd an awesome, welcome. He is a 2-star diamond. He's been a coach for 14 months. He's a Success Club All-Star. He has a second business center, which is Emerald, and it looks like it's almost a diamond. He's an owner of 2 outpatient physical therapy centers in Tampa Bay. He's a guest professor for FIU and University of Miami Physical Therapy School. He's a speaker lecturer of National Physical Therapy Association. He's a private therapist for the Professional Tennis Tour from 2003 to 2007. He's a husband, father of 4 kids, and he definitely has major common sense. So that was a lot of accolades there. So welcome, amazing Greg Ted. We had actually so much fun on the Success Club trip. Hey, Carrie. He just is he has so much wisdom. He is so faithful. And I just really admire the person that he is and what him and his wife stand for. So welcome, Greg.
Thank you. Thank you. So always for good luck, I got to have my homegirl right next to me. So whenever she's next to me, I nail the calls. But if she's not, then I'm like, ooh.
That's awesome.
All right. So here's the deal. Thank you so much, Danielle. Danielle, you know, the one thing I'm going to tell everybody, this is not like part of my thing, but this past weekend, I was the guest speaker for a Super Saturday. I don't know if you guys know of a coach. Her name is Shay Stanford. Well, Shay wanted me to speak for her Super Saturday. And what I want to say is what happened at the end of the Super Saturday. Neil, her husband, finished off the Super Saturday. And he, like many spouses, were very skeptical about the business. And you can see, like, when he started talking about it, he actually talked about another guy named Matt that was really skeptical about the business. And his last name is Mitro. So you probably know who his wife is. And basically, these guys were very skeptical and gave their wives a really hard time. And, you know, he talked about him, Danny Delgado, Larry, Matt, all going together on the Success Club trip to Atlantis in the Bahamas. And all 4 of those dudes were there like, oh my God, why are we here? Oh, they're wasting all their time on Facebook, and all this other stuff. And to think that basically 3 of the 4 guys are now retired. They're retired. I mean, it's crazy. And, you know, you just look, hopefully what I say tonight is coming from a dude. It's coming from a dude that already has his own business. I don't need the money. Okay, we'll put it like that. But I want to do this because I know that sometimes, and George, I don't know if George is on the call tonight, but he said something to me in Cancun. He's like, man, when a dude tells you something, it's coming different than when a girl tells you something. It's nothing against you females, but it's just we dudes, we communicate a little bit different. So that's basically where I'm coming from. That's why I want to help out Danielle. I want to help out any coach that's struggling with their spouse, if it's a guy or whatever. Like, just let me talk to them. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to talk to you guys about why you need to have a business. Really, there's 5 reasons. Okay, I mean, there's like 58,000 reasons, but I'm going to go through 5 because ain't nobody got time to listen to me all night. All right, number 1, it's the only way you can have time freedom. We can talk money all we want, okay? But time is the same. It's a great equalizer. We all got 24 hours in a day. We got 365 days a year. And we only got so much life span here, okay? Time to be with your friends, time to be with your family, time to be with your spouse. You can't have complete freedom unless you have a business. Even professional athletes have to work on Christmas sometimes. Some of them got to work on Thanksgiving, right? We sit home and we watch them and whatnot. Time can only be free when you have a business. Trust me on that. Today, my wife and I went to a place called Oxford Exchange here, right? We basically dropped off our car at the dealer to get fixed. We went out for a lunch date, went to International Mall, right? Did a little shopping, had some ice cream, came back in time to get our kids from the bus stop. Okay, last Thursday, my little boy, he had to get some blood work done. I was home. I mean, I do work, right? But I had the freedom to go with them to Quest Diagnostics, hold my son while the, nurse basically like pricked him like 10 times. I was able to be there for my son. We are able to do whatever the heck we want to do because we have time freedom. You only get that from a business. That's number one. Number two, you run your own race. You're not limited by someone else's personal agenda. So here's the deal. Let's see here now. I've owned Renewal Rehab for 10 years. 12 years ago, I remember working at an outpatient physical therapy clinic, and I would see patients, and I'm sure most of you, if you have a job or whatnot, you have insurance through your job. And I remember patients coming in and only having like 10 or 15 or 20 physical therapy visits. And after those visits were done, like that person wasn't better, right? So I'm like, all right, well, we got to continue to see this person. And the company that I worked for wanted to charge $168 per visit. Now, seriously, who in the hell can afford $168 per visit 3 times a week? That's crazy, right? Well, that bothered me. And truthfully, like when we opened up Renewal Rehab, right, we weren't like, oh, we want to be millionaires, right? That wasn't it. It bothered me that we weren't helping people get better throughout their whole physical therapy. That's when you own your own business, you can do whatever the heck you want to do. You can run 50 challenge groups a month. You can run 2. You could do 10 clean eating groups a month. You could run none. You do what you want to do, but you do things on your terms. You don't have to be the next Danielle McKean. You can do things your way. You don't have to be the next Greg Todd. You can do things your way. You run your own race. Only when you have your own business. All right. Number 3. When you have your own business, you can leave a legacy for future generations. Okay? Now, people get uncomfortable when you talk about money, but here's the deal. Like, I don't think I'm a materialistic person. We still shop at the consignment shop for our kids' clothes. We can buy them other places, but we just feel like it's kind of stupid, right? But I don't mind if you have the Beamer. I don't mind if you have the Mercedes. I don't mind if you have the big house. But the reality is that, to me, I'm at a point in my life where legacy is more important than currency. Does that make sense? Legacy, to me, is more important than currency. And the truth of the matter is that you got to have some money in order to do some things. I like it when a kid can come into my office that needs someone who, there's some type of noise there, but anyways, just again, that needs someone to help them with, sponsoring their basketball team or their football team. And I can just do it. I like the fact that we have family that are not as well off as we are in Jamaica, and we can help them. I love that. Ain't no poor person ever built a hospital. Okay. So, it's a matter of, look, there are certain things that you can do and you can leave a legacy for not just yourself, but for your kids, for your community, for your family, for your kids' family. It's all about, to me, it's about leaving a legacy at this point. Okay. I mean, I can't take it all to the grave with me, but I want to leave a legacy. You can do that when you have a business. Okay. Passive income. Passive income is really a big deal. I have doctor friends of mine that make very, very good money. $80 an hour, $90 an hour, $100 an hour. But the fact is that they only make money when they're treating. When you are a coach, when you have a business, you make money from what you do as well as your team. This is really powerful, guys. I want you to think of this analogy. I just thought of this like a minute ago. When you are running, would you rather run an 800-meter race by yourself, or isn't it better if you have a relay team? Like, which one is faster? If you have a relay team, you don't always have to run, right? Like today, I went to Oxford Exchange with my boo, right? Well, I have a team of people that were running the race, meaning like treating the patients. I got 15 people on my relay team. So while I'm there, they're running. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to go there for a little bit. I'm going to run a little part of the race, but then I'm going to bounce. I'm not going to be there Thursday and Friday. That is the beauty of having a business. You can have a team. You can have that team, whether you have a traditional business like myself, you have my other business, which is the Beachbody business. You have a team of people that are doing it. That's where the magic happens. And then number 5 is the tax benefits. Right now, everybody is either on a cell phone, you're on a laptop, you're on a tablet, you're on something, if you listen to me. Is that a write-off? Seriously, like if that's not a write-off, then we got a problem. We need to talk. Like that's a write-off. When my wife and I were at Oxford Exchange today, right? Well, she's a coach on my team. That's a write-off. that was a coach meeting, okay? When we bought the laptop at the Apple store, well, that's part of my business. When we drive to places, we're always prospecting, right? Our travel is a write-off. Cancun, whatever Beachbody didn't pay for, was a write-off. I have not paid for a vacation in 9 years. My business pays for my vacations. Your business should be paying for your vacations. You guys have to understand there's 2 tax systems in America. There's not one for rich people and there's not one for poor people. There's one tax system to allow people to gain wealth, and there's one tax system that keeps people poor. Okay? You can be on any side of that as of tonight. If you are not a coach, if you don't have a business, right now you're on the poor side. It's keeping you poor. There's no way around it. I didn't understand this. My daddy never taught me this. My mama never taught me this. I lucked into it because I got a business, and then I started to learn these things that my accountant was telling me. I'm like, really? That's how that works? Yeah, these are business expenses. Really? That's how that works? Yeah, these are business expenses. So I just want to tell you guys that you can do the same thing as well. It's stuff when you have a home business, it's stuff you're paying for anyways, okay? Like Danielle, I know you guys are getting a home. You would be crazy to not have a portion of your home, like how I have this, whatever, I don't know, 400 or 300 square feet little office here. That part of my home is written off. It is my business. This is my Beachbody and Renewal Rehab sanctuary. This is where the magic happens, okay? Right? So, like, seriously, don't laugh at me. It's true. That's how this stuff works. So, I mean, even, if you have a home phone, there's so many things. Like, it's crazy. Here's the deal. 60 to 70% of the U.S. economy is run by small businesses. And when I say small businesses, I'm talking about businesses that are less than 100 employees. And the truth of the matter is that of that 60 to 70% of the economy, about 70% is 50 or less employees. Home-based businesses fall under that. So you got to understand, if we don't have small businesses in this country, our economy doesn't work, okay? The truth of the matter is that from 2008 until now, I don't care what you believe or whatever, this, Obama, I don't care. The economy is better than what it was then. I'm not saying it's great. It's better than what it was then. It's because small businesses have made over a 23% hike. The U.S. government can't just shove money in your face. So what they do is they give you this ability called tax breaks, but they only give it to people that have businesses. So whether you want to spend $100,000 like me to go get Renewal Rehab, or you want to spend $150 and go get yourself Payo, it don't matter. Either way, you got a business starting today. So just have to decide whether you're going to use it or not. Tax benefits, that can affect every single coach from today. Now, one thing I will say, talk to your accountant so that I don't go to jail. But also another thing too, is that you have to understand that you have to have at least $600 in income, okay? $600 in income for the year to get a 1099 from Beachbody. So that basically, you figure it out, a challenge pack a month or do something like that, okay? Anyways, that is the 5 things that I can tell you right now for business. There's a cute little baby there. Hi, baby, that little cute baby. Okay, anyways, all right, sorry. So that's five things from a business standpoint that I would say, look, like seriously, in as much of a respectful way I can say this, you are financially silly if you don't have a business. Okay? Sorry, don't hate on me. You're financially silly. It doesn't make any sense. Okay? All right. Keep that baby on the screen. It calms me down. I love kids. We got 4 of them. You know what I mean? Like, we have 84 if we could. No, maybe not. Okay, anyways. All right, let's keep on going. All right, so why Beachbody? Like, why Beachbody? Let's talk about that. Okay, you guys have to understand, I'm coming from a different place. All right? And it's so hard because I really don't want to talk about my personal financial situation. But I think you guys know that my business has done very good for me, okay? So Beachbody for us didn't have to be that freedom that we were looking for. Like, we got that through Renewal Rehab. But the deal is that Renewal Rehab was a massive sacrifice. Guys, this is what happened. In 2002 is when we purchased our home. In 2002, we purchased it, but we moved in 2003. From 2003 to 2005, y'all are probably too young for this, but basically from 2003 to 2005, like, houses were crazy. Like, they were so inflated, okay? At that time, like, I was living initially in South Florida, but then we moved up to Tampa because we knew we wanted to have a family. Houses were cheaper up here. So we got a house in 2003. By 2005, our house was worth like double what we paid for, you know, allegedly. We're double than what we paid for. Luckily, I was able to get out a $100,000 loan, okay, and start my business. That was crazy stressful, okay, because all the things that you have to do in Beachbody where you have to invite, you have to talk to people and do all that other stuff. Well, I had to do the same thing with my business, and they just kept on rejecting me. I thought that because I was working with the #1 tennis player in the world, everybody would want to flock to me. Guess what? They don't care. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. That was crazy stress. The problem with Beachbody is that Beachbody is only $150 investment. So people don't take it seriously. But you have the ability to turn it into a multi-million-dollar business. Same thing. There's no difference. That's why, to me, Beachbody is so amazing, because you can attack this business with so many different angles. You can turn this into a multi-million-dollar business for seriously less than $150. Actually, this month, you can do PIO for $140. Challenge pack, coaching, okay? So seriously, like, that is crazy. I've seen, and this is the other thing I love about Beachbody, I've seen so many coaches attack this business from so many different angles. First of all, and if there's any dudes on the line, remember this. When they started doing Top Coach, you do realize that the top coaches in the company weren't females, right? The first 6 years of doing Top Coach were all dudes, right? You guys realize that Melanie Mitro and Lindsay Matway are the first 2 females to be top coaches. Those guys, I don't know how all of them do it. I know how a couple of them did it. They basically attack it from a business standpoint. They knew that this was a solid, reputable company in fitness. At the time, it was really just fitness. Remember, I think all they had was like Activate or something like that, right? And basically, they knew that there was a huge need for it, right? Because people need to get in shape. Not everybody can go to the gym. People are looking for solid programs to get a trainer, but not pay the trainer money. That's what they did. They just attacked it from a business standpoint. Boom, $1 million earners. I was over at Shay's house. Shay basically didn't even do challenge groups. All she did was position Shakeology because of what Shakeology did for her and her knowledge being in pharmaceutical sales. She knew that this was going to be a huge opportunity. Shay has built a massive empire just by that. Shakeology alone. You could do it with challenge packs. You can do it with on-demand. You can do it so many different ways. You can attack this business so many ways for such a small investment and get the same return that I get from my business. Come on now. All right. So that's one. All right. Number 2, I would not back myself behind a company that would do anything to ruin my reputation that I have spent so many years to solidify. Okay? I'm 37 years old. At 27 years old is when I owned my practice. There were hard days. And really, even before 27, I mean, I came up to Tampa. That's when I started to build my personal brand. So really, it was from the age of like 25, right? There's nothing. I mean, you know how hard it was for me to be affiliated with a company after you've already built up your brand? The only company I would ever do it with would be Beachbody. They had to prove to me that they were worthy of me even getting close to them. Top-notch company. Their setup is perfect for long-term success. They have a high-demand product that is getting ready to continue to explode. And I'm going to explain why they're getting ready to continue to explode. I'm not here to bash other companies. I really don't want to do that. But the thing that I love the most about Beachbody is that they have the total solution. Nothing is left undone. Nothing. Trust me, guys, I'm in the health and fitness industry. I am a trainer. I'm a physical therapist. I understand what people are looking for out there. Beachbody is the only one that has it all. They have everything, every aspect of it. You're going to the gym? Cool. Do our nutrition line. Okay, you're not going to the gym? Cool. Do one of our programs. All right, I don't want to do just one program. Cool. Do Beachbody On Demand and I'll create a customized program for you. You guys see how many different ways you can go at this? Or if they're like, I just need help with everything. Okay, we're going to do the whole thing and I'm going to support you. Guys, they have it all figured out. Trust me. You're just going to have to take my word for that, okay? All right, here's another one. The people. When you are affiliated with a group of people that want better for themselves, like from a health standpoint, people that want better for themselves and want to, build their business, and they're not willing to take shortcuts. Like I call Beachbody the no shortcut company, okay? Because we ain't putting no creams on and cellulite going away, okay? You got to work, okay? You got to work. So I call it the no shortcut company. And you know what has happened? And everybody can agree with this. I put you all off of unmute, but it's going to get too crazy. But you can all agree with this in that why is it that like you're always like the Beachbody people are like really like you connect? Like why? It's because they're no shortcut people. We're short, me and her, we're like between the two of us are like 8 foot. Okay, but there's no shortcuts. They don't take shortcuts. Beachbody's not a shortcut way, right? Eat right, exercise, personal development. Like you got to do it all. It's not a shortcut business. That's why they're around for so long. That's why the other companies go up, whoop, and they come down. Go up, whoop, come down. Beachbody says, dig it, all the way up, right? Because it is solid. It's a solid freaking company, okay? And that's the thing that I love. That's why, look, yeah, I'll do it for Shay. That's cool. I'll do a super Saturday for her. What you guys don't know is that Shay has apparently some coach on our team that's like probably 80 levels deep. And I did a sneak peek for her 7 months ago. You know why? Because for me, when you're around people that are trying to do the right thing, you want to help them. It's like, it's addicting to want to help people that actually want to help themselves. Now, this summer, I'm lecturing at University of Miami. I'm lecturing at FIU. In November, I'm speaking at the physical therapy conference in Orlando. They're paying me. I'm getting paid, y'all. But for Beachbody coaches, I will do it for nothing because there's a gratifying feeling to be around people that want better for themselves. So why in the hell would you ever quit coaching? Like, why? If you quit coaching, like you said, okay, I'm not going to do the business. Fine. Okay, fine. You want to throw your money into government? Fine. Okay, whatever. But why would you quit coaching? Because the people that we're surrounded by are amazing. Like, they want better. So anyways, I'm not going to go off on that any longer. But all right, here's the next one. Healthcare versus sick care. What do you think I am? I'm a physical therapist. What do you think I do? You think I do healthcare or you think I do sick care? Like, go like this. For healthcare, do 1. For sick care, do 2. What do you think? 2? Okay. I do sick care. You're right. I do sick care. What I do is I fix broke people. Okay? You break your leg, I fix you. I rehab you. You tear up your back, I rehab you. What do doctors do? Doctors do sick care, right? You're feeling sick. What do? They give you a pill, right? They give you a pill to suppress your symptoms, okay? Or they refer you out for imaging to see what's wrong with you. And then if they're going to do treatments, the treatments that they're going to do are usually either injections, surgery, or a combination of cocktail pills, right? That's what they do. That's how they're trained. I'm not judging them either way. That's just the way that it is. Who does healthcare? Who? You do healthcare. There are people that need healthcare, and you are the people that need healthcare. Here's the deal. I'm going to tell you guys this. I thought I was going to be a 10-star diamond by now. I thought I was going to be a 10-star diamond by now. I know it sounds crazy, and I'm like, what the heck? I thought I was going to be a 10-star diamond by now. I thought I was going to be on a stage of Summit, rolling up my 10-star diamond, because I thought that doctors, all my doctor friends, because I know the product works, right? We all know the products work. We know 21-Day Fix works. We know Shakeology is basically the best meal replacement out there, bar none, not even freaking close. We know it works. I got 39 doctors that are customers. 39 doctors that are on Shakeology and have done the 21-Day Fix with success. Guess how many of those doctors are working coaches? We're going to do a raffle right now. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Okay. 2. Justin. Nope. 0. Why? Because they are trained a certain way. Their value comes in distributing medication. Their value comes in referring people out, MRIs, CAT scans, okay? That's just the way that it is. Am I here to judge them? No. That's just the way that it is. Pharmaceutical companies have commercials on TV. You see Cialis, you see Levitra, you see all these things on TV so that when you have that problem, you go to your doctor and you ask for that. And your doctor is obligated to give that to you. Doctors feel conflicted if they know that you're coming for medication, but they're gonna give you some Tupperware, stuff in 21-Day Fix. It's not how they were trained, guys. It's not good. It's not bad. It is what it is. So the deal is that when I started as a coach and when I understood it and when I saw what it did to my body, and we won't go over my story tonight, but when I saw what it did to my body, I had to tell everybody about this, and including my physician friends. And they can't do it. That's why it's completely right for you. It's going to have to be a grassroots effort. It's going to have to be you telling your friend, you telling your friend, you telling your friend saying, hey, I want to pay it forward, and tell somebody else. And that's how it's going to have to work, because it's not going to work the other way. I would have been a 10-star dime by now if I thought, because every doctor knows like hundreds of other doctors, right? But no, it's not going to work like that. Okay. Number 4, this is a business that can strengthen your marriage. Okay. Why? No, seriously, this is really important. Okay, think about what the business is all about. This business is about personal development. It's about getting healthier. It's about inviting and basically centering yourself around people that are trying to do the same. Okay? Carrie and our marriage has always been fairly strong. Like any marriage, we've had our ups and downs. But I can tell you right now, in the last 14 months, it's been the best. Because, not only have I been healthy, but we are individually becoming better, right? We're individually like trying to eat better. She's a Shakeology-oholic, okay? I'm doing my Shake-Ura every day. We're eating clean. I work out a lot. She don't really like to work out a lot, but she still works out more than she's ever done before. Seriously, I think I saw her work out one time when we were like dating in college, okay? Homegirl does not like to work out. All right, but seriously, like we're better. We're just better people individually, and then we brought it together. Okay, now let's talk about the business. Why your spouse should work the business with you. Because your spouse, here's the deal. Like I was listening to the National Wake Up Call today because I was treating patients yesterday. And like, seriously, I can't run any girl boss boot camp. but she can, right? But I can talk to dudes. Justin and I talk, and he understands me. You can build your organization quicker because you come at things from a different angle. I'm more of the practical joker, motivational guy. I inspire myself. Like, seriously, I sometimes just listen to myself. I talk to myself all the time. And I'm just like, damn, I'm fired up. I'm just so fired up, right? But seriously, I fire myself up. But that's not her. But what she is she's that, like, nurturing person. You bring both of your strengths together and you turn it into a freaking empire. Seriously, there's things that you don't have that your spouse has. And there's things that your spouse has that you don't have. Bring it together, it turns into a freaking empire. This weekend when I was at Shay's house, there's a girl who her husband was, and I guess it doesn't matter how to get out her names. I think her name is Lindsay Westbrook or something like that. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, but anyways, sorry, whatever. Danielle said it's a laid-back group. Y'all just be quiet about what I'm talking about. Okay, so this girl, her husband, right, has been working this corporate job, a manager at a retail store or whatever. And basically, like, he was like poo-pooing on the business for a long time, right? And she just retired him. Here's the deal. She went from a 5-star diamond to an 8-star diamond in like 3 months. Because now he's taking his skills from his job and he's like on everybody like, yo, did you hit Success Club? Yo, did you go, come on, right? He brings something different that she doesn't bring. He's at a 2-star diamond. She's at 8-star diamond. It's the power of the two of you. Use your differences to bring, so you have everything that you're attacking it from all angles. I'm telling you, man, this thing will strengthen your marriage. Okay, here's the other thing. You get paid to get a master's in business. This is crazy because when I graduated from college, I graduated with a bachelor's in physical therapy. Our plan was that we were going to travel for the first 5 years, right? You were going to go back and get your teaching, her master's in teaching. We're going to travel. We weren't going to have any kids. And, right, yeah, that worked out. So we weren't going to have any kids. And and then I was going to go and get my master's in business, right? Because you can't open up a business without having a master's in business, right? Wrong. Anyways, I ended up, I think by that time we had at least one kid, maybe 2. I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah, 2, darn it. Okay, so we had 2 kids at that point. She actually did get her master's in teaching. I ended up opening up a business. Here's the deal. Beachbody, if you guys actually looked at their training, looked at their marketing stuff, looked at all the things they give you, you basically, like I'm telling you, as a dude that has a business, they're giving you like a real master's in business for $15.95 a month. Like, if you ever wanted to open up your own business, Danielle, you are a lot further along after 2 years of being a coach, or 2.5 years or whatever, being a coach. You could open up, you would be in a better situation of opening up your hair thing now than you would, like, you think different now, right? Like, it wouldn't just be you styling hair. You would have hired people, right, to style your hair, right? It's different. You have a business mindset now, not a self-employee mindset. You are learning how to run a business if you take it like a business, okay? All right, so I'm going to close it out with a couple things. The big thing with this business is that you got to decide what you want it for. Do you want the business to pay for your product, or do you want to build an empire? I mean, if you want to pay for your product, just have like 3 people on Shakeology every month, maybe 1 challenge pack here, maybe next month you miss it. Get Success Club 2 this month, get 6 next month, get nothing the next month. I'll pay for my Shakeology, everything's good. But if you want it to build an empire, you got to get cracking. You're going to have to work, okay? You cannot say, I just got to get the perfect person. No, you got to work, okay? You're going to have to work. You have to put your head down and you have to go. I mean, even my wife and I, just to be very honest with you, we're talking about that now. Like, because for us, the why is not strong enough because we're kind of home together, but we feel just so strongly about the products and what it could do that we still want to work the business, but we understand that if we want to take it to that next level, we have to freaking execute, okay? So you have to make that decision. Whether you make it tonight, tomorrow, you have to make that decision. This business is equal opportunity, okay? And the truth is that I think many of you know what you need to do to win in this, but you're probably battling with it not being as attractive as how you want to win. Meaning that, like, I would like to post something on Facebook and then everybody just be like, I got one of my times. I got to get on your team. 26 people comment and they all sign up that day. Well, it doesn't work like that. You guys know that. You got to invite people. You got to follow up with people. That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. I mean, and everybody knows it's the behind the scenes stuff that you got to do. It takes work. It's not easy. It takes work, but no business is easy. This is just easier to quit because you would do it regardless because you guys love the product so much. I think this is really important. Look, you're going to have to, there's this give take quotient. Okay. Something that like I never even really knew about until I started to get into personal development over the last, couple years. But basically most people are consumers. They just take from people. And then you got some of us that are contributors. We just give. And a lot of times when you give, you don't get back. But you got to be okay with giving. You got to be at least 51% giving and 49% taking. And you'll eventually win. If you're 80% giving, 20% taking, you're going to win quicker, okay? But you got to be okay with that. Like, you got to give. In any business, you got to give. You have to give. You have to be willing to give and not always expect something right back. That's a business mindset. It doesn't work right away. You have to be willing to put in the work, put in the time, and know the principles of sowing and reaping. They don't change for anyone. They work, okay? So, is it too late to get into Beachbody? You guys realize the internet is 20 years old. I mean, seriously, we're all older than the internet, okay? It just started, okay? People are getting sicker. We are just getting going. There's going to be new things that are going to come out. We already got Facebook, we got Twitter. There's probably going to be Hitter next. I don't know, whatever. There's going to be different things that are coming out. There's different ways for you to leverage your business. We're just getting started. You guys think, what do you think? We're going to go back to pen pal letters or something? Seriously, come on now, man. This is just getting started. We are on the cutting edge of this. And I guess the last thing I'll say is this, a professional athlete, I don't know the ages of people on this call, probably, I don't know, whatever. But basically the deal is this, is that if you're a professional athlete, I'm 37 years old. If I was a professional athlete, my time is nearly done. Okay? All right, my knees are hurting, I'm done. When you're an entrepreneur at 37, you're just getting started. If you're 30, you're just getting started. You haven't even started yet. You guys realize Colonel Sanders, realize Abraham Lincoln, he didn't get going until he was 60 something. I mean, come on, you got time to start moving. You just have to decide, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to kill it. This is it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Ask me questions.
Yeah, that was amazing. You seriously are the funniest guy ever. I'm sure, Carrie, he keeps you entertained all the time because I'm just laughing the entire time. But in all seriousness, you know what's up when it comes to running your own business and having one. Yeah. So I love that perspective on how, you'd rather prefer, or give your best recommendation to look, you open a business for $140 of PIO cost compared to opening a branch for $150,000. So it makes sense. And I love that you said total solution. We have everything. Amy Coppola said this at our Super Saturday, this is a solution for people. We have the solution right here, and so many people get distracted by life and, someone said no, and, life comes their way. But this is a solution to your problem of being in your rat race and being in debt and, just life. But for us, this is our solution. This is our hope, But I love that you said that. That's true. And so what are you going to do about it? To me, that stood out too. Okay, so what are you going to do about it? You got to work every single day. It's not going to be handed to you. Go and invite people, run your challenge group, get your new coaches, connected in a new coach basic group with your diamond and your upline star diamond. Like, do something, you know, don't be like the 2% of the population that makes excuses for your life. Be the 98%ers that have that business mindset and go for what you want, you know? So you're hands down amazing. Like, seriously, I hope everyone was on this call. I see 73 people were, so that's actually the highest attendee number that we've ever had.
Wow.
So, go Greg. The most was like 40, no lie. Okay, so I don't really see any questions unless somebody wants to go ahead and post really quick. And I guess we'll call it a night, but I mean, hands down, you're awesome.
Cool. Well, I'm so glad I was able to do this for you guys. And, you know, if you have any questions, you can reach out.
Questions?
No,
What's up, Jay? What's up, dude? What up, dude?
He hates speaking. He's like, do I really have to do
okay.
this?
It's all good.
I'm like, yeah, you got to listen to Greg. You have to listen to man. Okay, any questions? No? Last call.
Listen, I got to tell you, whenever I do my team calls, I'm like, any questions? Crickets, right? Complete crickets. As soon as I hit stop, I see my little message. Bing, bing. Hey, I got one quick question for you. Yeah. Like,
how about this? You know what? We'll unmute everybody. Ready, set, go. If you have a question, just go and say Greg. All right, go. Everyone's unmuted. No questions? All right. I hope you guys have a great night. If you do have questions, just post them.
Yeah. Who has oil on them?
All right.
who's that? Was that a question? I couldn't hear it.
What was going on?
Okay. So thank you, Greg, again, honestly, for your wisdom and everything. So I hope you have a great night. I'm going to post this in our event. If you want to post this to your team, it is recorded. So have a great night, everyone. And thank you for joining on. And thank you again for Greg. Thank you. Bye. Have a great night.